What is good, yo? It's your boy Ty back here with another video. And in this video today, guys, we're going to be going over some of the best Galaxy Opals and Pink Diamonds here on a tier list today. Now, no trophy vid. This is not a video for trophy case cards. Why? Well, specifically, I've done so many videos talking about trophy case cards and ranking them. So if you want that, man, that is going to be in a separate video. But basically, all of the Galaxy Opals and Pink Diamonds outside of the garbage ones are going to be we're going to be going over and talking about on this list today. Now, again, before we dive any further into that, if you are new to the channel and have not yet, make sure you smash that subscribe button as we're on the road towards 110,000 subscribers. We got 47 players here. See if we can't get through them in about 20 or so minutes. Allen Houston up first. 2K honestly made this Allen Houston card good. And I mean, can we take a moment and appreciate it? Can we? 94-3, 88 speed, 88 lateral quickness. Can play make decently. You give him unpluckable. You give him some more defensive badges. And the card can honestly do it all on the court. Is he the best card in the game? No. At that shooting guard position, though, is he above average? I'd say probably. Next up, Damian Lillard. Is Damian Lillard the worst card that we will go over and cover today? I don't know, but he's probably in that bottom couple. I mean, it's that simple. Damian Lillard is bad, and it's bigger than the stats and badges for Dame. I mean, it really is. We'll check out the card here for you guys. But like I said, it's bigger than the stats and badges. When you look at Damian Lillard, his defense is horrible. But even his shooting and playmaking badges are good. His release is just not good, though. And that's the main thing for Dame for me, is that his release is horrible in my team. DeMar DeRozan up next. And I think DeMar DeRozan is on that same level of a guy like Allen Houston. Are they the exact same? No. They're completely different, right? Allen Houston's going to be more of a sharpshooter. DeRozan's going to be more of a, okay, he's got a great release and he can attack the rim, but defensively not going to be, you know, that next level of good. Both cards, in my opinion, are solid enough to play. I'd probably lean DeMar DeRozan over Allen Houston, but here's the deal, guys. The only reason you're going to play DeMar DeRozan is if you've locked in for Tim Thomas. Otherwise, trust you when I tell you, DeMar DeRozan is not worth it. Draymond Green up next. Is he B tier too? I mean, Dre is not bad in my team. The problem is they made his release on slow. That's the really thing that gets to me, is they made this Draymond Green have a release on slow. If his release was just on normal timing, I think we'd see people using this card. But his release is on slow. And outside of his defense, does he really do that much for you? No. And I mean, there's better options, honestly, at that power forward position if you guys really want to get into it. I don't hate Draymond Green. I just think there are better options, at least right now, in my team. Next up, D-Wade. I know I'm throwing a lot of players at B tier. But B tier to me right now is, I could go into a comp game right now with these guys and they could not kill me. Like, I could go into a comp game with Dwayne Wade, DeMar DeRozan, Allen Houston, Draymond Green. And none of those guys, in my opinion, would hurt me. Yes, D-Wade, I mean, statistically might be the best point guard in the game. I'm just going to throw that out there. Statistically speaking, I don't know if there's a point guard that is better than Dwayne Wade. Now, obviously, when we look at his animations, dunk packages, that's a whole other story. But as far as just a pure point guard and his stats and badges, D-Wade is up there with the top. Jason Tatum, and here's where things get tough. Am I just gonna rank everybody in B tier because they're all good? I don't know. I need to fill out some lower tiers, and so I'm gonna do that quickly. Vince, I'd go probably C tier at this point. Let's see, who else do we have? I mean, got a lot of cards that I think can go in B tier. We really do. And so for the sake of this video, I guess I gotta put Vince in D tier. I guess I'm gonna throw Draymond. Gosh, I don't know, man. Because even between Draymond and Jason Tatum, I don't know where I'd go. I guess this is where I'm going to have the updated list right now. And we'll just keep pushing and see what happens. Magic Johnson, I'm throwing into A tier. I think Magic Johnson's a top 4 or 5 point guard in the game. Now, do I think he's the best point guard? No. I'm still taking John Wall over him. I'm taking Penny Hardaway over him. Now, is he better than Lonzo Ball? That's something we will get to later on in this video. But I definitely do like Magic Johnson. I will say that 100%. Now again, if anybody's left off this list, maybe like a Penny Hardaway type player, I do want to apologize. I tried to get every pink diamond in here, and it looks like I did, but I probably was not perfect. Gary Payton up next. He's A tier as well. Debatable. I'm not going to say debatable. You know what? If you want to debate that Gary Payton's your favorite point guard in the game, that debate is it's valid. I'm not going to sit here and say it's not valid because it 100% is valid. Now, is that something I believe in? Is that something I think? No. But if that's something you think, I don't necessarily hate it, to be honest with you guys. Cade Cunningham up next. I'm going to go... Ooh, this is a tough one. Because is Cade better than Dwayne Wade? That's the tough question. I think I've got to go B tier right now with Cade Cunningham. Is he worth locking in for? No. Was he at that moment? I mean, maybe. If you wanted the best squad in the game at that current moment, Cade Cunningham probably did make it. I'm going to throw him at B tier. We're going to have to get people out of B tier at some point, though. Ray Allen, I'm throwing into A tier. A lot of people might like DeMar DeRozan more than Ray Allen. I'm not one of them. I definitely think Ray Allen is really solid in my team because he's just all the way around good. Right? With DeRozan, I don't love DeRozan's defense. Yes, Ray Allen has better defense than DeRozan. I don't care that he's 6'7". Ray Allen's a knockdown shooter. He can attack the rim. I just think he's underrated. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Ray Allen should be at B tier. But at some point, I've got to make some levels within this tier list. I just have to at some stage. Again, no diamonds on this tier list, so just keep that in the back of your mind. Chris Middleton, I'm going to go D tier. Now, if you do want to use the duo, I can't say much about it. Right? Because if you want to, it makes Giannis a lot better. It makes Chris a lot better defensively. If you want to use this duo, man, do what you got to do. It basically makes this Giannis the pink diamond Giannis. If that's the duo you want to use, go ahead and use it. But that's the only reason I'd run Chris Middleton. If you don't want to use the duo, don't run Chris. It's not season 1 anymore. MJ up next, and I do think MJ's better than Vince. Maybe C tier. But I'm going to throw him at D tier. Look, there's no reason to run Michael Jordan at this stage. There's just not. MJ had his time in my team. I just hate to break it to you guys, that time is not now. He had his time, right? In season 1 of my team, MJ was really good. It's just that time's not now. He doesn't have enough total badges, enough hot spots, enough anything for me to be any higher than D tier. Jordan Dame in F tier is Dominique Wilkins. Look, for all you guys that locked in that pink diamond set, if you got Dominique Wilkins, all I can honestly say to you guys is, I'm sorry. Dominique Wilkins is garbage. He's not good in my team. And I really, truly am sorry if that is who you happen to pull out of that pink diamond, the pink diamond lock. And I'm sorry, the Thanksgiving event, if you got Dominique Wilkins, because he is really, really bad in my team. Next up, Scottie Pippen. And here's where things get tough. Is Scottie Pippen B tier or is he A tier? I'm going to throw him at A tier. I really do believe Scottie Pippen is better than Jason Tatum and Draymond Green. Now, you can have that argument 100% if you want to. But I like Scottie as just that all-around small forward more than Draymond and more than Jason Tatum. And again, this is my opinion. I could be completely wrong on it, and that is all okay. This is why we do this tier list on my YouTube channel, not nobody else's, because this is my list. Pink Diamond KD up next. He's A tier. He's A tier. Even when you compare Kevin Durant and Scottie Pippen, I don't know who the better option is. And you guys can call me crazy, call me whatever you want. I don't. I prefer Scottie's release. I think Scottie defensively is better. So how, I mean, what are we really talking about when we're talking about KD being S tier? Maybe on the small forward list. Not on this list, though. Definitely not on this list. Give me Scottie Pippen in A tier. Dwight Howard, our first S tier player. That's crazy that we've went through this many players and that Dwight Howard is our first A tier player. That's kind of crazy. I do not like Dwight's release, and I probably won't be the first person to tell you that. A lot of people don't mind it. I just think it's slow. Is it easy to green? Sure. I just personally think it is really slow in my team. And so that's maybe the problem I have with Dwight, or had with Dwight, because I did sell him, is that I didn't love his release. Defensively, though, he's solid. I mean, there's really no flaws in Dwight. We'll check back on S tier here in a little bit, though, because is he actually S tier? I don't know. Josh Smith, I'm going to throw Josh Smith into B tier. Look, if Josh Smith had a better release, he'd be an A tier 100%. But the reason literally everybody, if Josh Smith had his, even the Kristaps Porzingis release this year, if Josh Smith had that, I'm a firm believer that everybody would have Josh Smith on the court. The problem is, guys, he doesn't have that. He doesn't have that release. He's got a horrible Elgin Baylor release, or Brooke Lopez base is what is really what it is, which is just horrible this year. That there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. That release this year is just not good, and that is why I'm throwing Josh Smith into B tier. Deadlift Shrimp, some people have hyped up Deadlift. I don't see it, guys. And call me crazy, call me whatever you want. I do not see it with Deadlift. And people legitimately ran this card in 250 quals. I'm sorry, I don't see it. They're like, well, he's the best, one of the best stretches in the game. I mean, defensively, this card is not good. I don't see it, right? I want an all-around card that doesn't have many flaws. And I'm not saying Deadlift has a lot of flaws, but I see a lot of mediocrity here, especially when looking on the defensive end of the court. So for me, I'm not super high on Deadlift, never have been, and I probably never will be. Deadlift Shrimp, C tier. KG up next. KG is B tier. I'm still to this day taking KG over a guy like Deadlift. Don't agree with me if you don't want to, but that is kind of my opinion on it and where I do have things. I like KG. It was really painful the moment I had to get KG out of my lineup, because obviously KG couldn't play forever. There came a moment in which he doesn't play for me anymore, but I still do love the card. Zion Williamson up next. I still think Zion C tier. I mean, I don't necessarily love the card anymore, but if you did get him out of that, I don't know if he was, but if you did get him out of like that free pink diamond thing for Thanksgiving, he can at least hold it down for you. Yes, he's only 6'7". That does hurt him. But at least he can attack the rim and dunk the ball. I'm not saying Zion's perfect. I'm not saying his release is good. I'm not trying to, hype Zion up very much. But I am telling you guys he's better than a guy like Chris Middleton and Blake Griffin. Blake Griffin's not good either. Is he playable more than Dominique Wilkins and Damian Lillard? Yes. Is the card good? No. Chris Bosh, better than Blake Griffin, but still not good. I never really got the whole Chris Bosh hype when everybody in Season 1 ran the card. But I probably should have, because his release is good. He can hold it down on the interior. Chris Bosh is not bad. He is what I would call a playable card right now in my team. Not necessarily what I'd call good, but definitely is playable. Hakeem Olajuwon up next. For now, I'm throwing him in S tier. We have a lot of great cards coming up here, so we'll check back on that in a little bit. But I like Hakeem. I think his release is underrated. Yes, you got to really badge him up all the way around, because I think he only comes with 13 golds and 7 Hall of Famers or 6 Hall of Famers. Definitely not perfect, but when you do fully badge Hakeem, you get a pretty special card in my team. Penny Hardaway up next, the best point guard in the game. Forget Lonzo. Lonzo does not compare to Penny Hardaway. I don't know who needs to hear it, but I'm tired of people hyping up Lonzo Ball. I really never got the hype for Lonzo. Like, when the card first came out, I thought he was going to be good. And as I've played with him, or I did the gameplay of him, I was just like, ew, this card is nothing special. Kobe Bryant up next. For now, I'm going to put him at S tier. Right? And you guys got to realize there's no trophy case cards on this tier list. So no Jimmy Butler, no Anthony Davis, no Dr. J. Those are all in a separate video, guys. So, you guys can find those. This is just basically auctionable cards or cards that, are not a part of the trophy case. But here's the deal with Kobe Bryant. Release, immaculate. It's immaculate. There's not many better shooting guards that are going to have many shooting guards that are going to have a better release than what Kobe Bryant's release is going to look like. Defensively, absolutely elite as well. He's up there at that shooting guard position. Giannis Antetokounmpo, easy yes. Maybe the easy, outside of Penny, I would say the easiest S on this list. Now, you could say Giannis is just as easy of an S. I just think Penny Hardaway is head and shoulders above everybody else at the point guard position. I like Giannis, man. I don't think there's many flaws when it does come to Giannis Antetokounmpo. The whole package in my team. I might get slandered for this. I don't care. Lonzo Ball is an A tier point guard in my team. Slander me if you want. I do not care. I do not like Lonzo Ball. I feel like offensively, he is a liability. I hate liabilities, man. There's a reason I don't run Magic Johnson anymore. He's a liability on the offensive end of the court. That's the reason I don't run him. And Lonzo Ball, I'm not saying they're the same card, but they're pretty similar. He's A tier. Debate a wall. Paul George up next. Again, debate a wall. A tier. Now, this might be crazy. I'm saying Paul George is on the same tier as Scottie Pippen. But hear me out. Scottie's got the better release. By far. Okay? Scottie, player motto is just as good. I still think Paul George is overall the better card, but I don't think it's by that much. I think Paul George is way closer to Scottie Pippen than a guy like Giannis Antetokounmpo. 110%. Next up, guys, Devin Booker. I'm going to throw him in B tier. I mean, the card's not totally worthless. He's still better than guys like Detlef, still better than guys, you know, like the Zions of the world. He's not good, man. And that's the whole thing I'm just trying to say. Like, he is a one-trick pony. Yes, shooting-wise, he's immaculate. He's incredible. But that's really all he gives you on the court. Pink Diamond Steph up next. He's C tier. Unless you're grinding, like, co-op or whatever, then you can use Pink Diamond Steph. I just don't think the card is good. That's my opinion on it. If you want to disagree with me, I'm open to hearing your opinion, but I don't see what Steph Curry does at this point. And Ja Morant, I'm also throwing at C tier. Look, if Penny Hardaway or Lonzo Ball or Magic Johnson, if they see Steph Curry or Ja Morant on the court, they are rocking the baby all game long. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. They will rock the baby to sleep until they can't rock it anymore. They're little boys in there. It's that simple. James Harden also C tier. And James Harden's different than Steph and Ja. He's a little taller. But it's just the way James Harden dribbles, man. It's just not good in my team. Joel Embiid up next. And here's the tough part. Is Pink Diamond Embiid, the free Embiid, C or B tier? I don't know. And that's the tough part. It's like, I really don't know. Is he closer to like a Chris Bosh or a KG? Maybe you go B tier with him. I just don't think this card's great. I don't necessarily think he's the best card in the game. But for a free card, Joel Embiid is really, I'm throwing him in C tier. But he is really solid in my team. He is C tier, but he is solid enough. John Wall, S tier. Now, I know people are going to be like, what, Ty? You just put Steph Curry, Ja Morant in C tier because they're little, and you put John Wall in S tier. How does that happen? Well, let's just first off clarify something. John Wall's player model is so much better than Ja Morant and Steph Curry. They've got those skinny player models that just you can't really work with. John Wall looks 6'5". He's got a 79 block, decent interior, defensively can get the job done. There's just a lot of differences between the cards. Now, why do I like John Wall? A lot of it starts and ends with his release. He's got maybe the best release one of the best releases in the entire game. And I don't think many people can argue that. To go with that, guys, he dunks on literally everybody. If you don't like him, like, I get it. I get it if you want to like Russell Westbrook, for example, from the trophy case more than John Wall. But I like John Wall. I'm comfortable with John Wall, and I've used John Wall. Is Lonzo and Magic and Gary better for this? Certain people, sure. But for me, John Wall is our best option outside of Penny Hardaway. Up next, guys, we do see Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Easy S tier. I still think Kareem is the best center in the game. And I think that. And I don't even know how close it is. And maybe that's just me gassing Kareem. I don't know. I just think the card is really solid in my team all the way around. I can green with Kareem. I don't have problems shooting with him, and so that's probably part of it. But he's 7'2", great speed. Just no flaws in the card. Kawhi up next, Destroyer Kawhi. I'm going B tier. Right in the middle. Right with like the Jason Tatums of the world. Right with the Draymond Greens of the world. Is he great? No. Is he terrible? No. I'm also going to move Allen Houston up here with Devin Booker because, I mean, compare Allen Houston to Devin Booker. Allen Houston's the better card. I'm moving Devin Booker down. I know I'm going to get a lot of hate for that, but it is what it is. Klay Thompson up next, A tier. Klay Thompson and Ray Allen, I think, are on that similar playing field. Klay might, shoot the ball better from deep because the Hall of Fame range that I don't think Ray Allen has. Ray might, make better, dunk better. Klay might be better defensively. Pick who you want. They're both going to be absolutely elite shooters in my team. That's basically what they're going to give you on the court. Larry J up next. I'm throwing him at a C tier. Look, Larry Johnson is not horrible in my team. I just don't know how effective he can be anymore. I said it when Jason Tatum was in the game. I like Jason Tatum over Larry Johnson. And so I'm sticking to that. Not terrible, but not great in my team. King James up next, S tier. I know a lot of people are going to hate that I'm putting LeBron James over Paul George. And hate on me all you want. That is my opinion. What do you want me to do, guys? Lie to you? Is that what you want? You want this video of me being lying to you and say, oh, Paul George is better than LeBron James, when I don't even believe that? I figured you guys would want me to be honest with you. So that's what I'm going to do. LeBron James, player model, way better than Paul George. The animations he gets, way better than Paul George. He's better than Paul George. Come, let me take you through something, okay? Tell me how Paul George is better than LeBron James. Badge-wise, yes, he's got more gold than Hall of Famers. But LeBron James, Hear me out. Hear me out. He's got 55 base badges. Paul George, 46. So better badge-wise. Say whatever you want. Bron overall is better badge-wise. Player model, way better. Wider player model. 3-ball, okay, Paul George is a little better. Defensively, don't listen to this. LeBron's better defensively than Paul George. It's that simple. He's got a way better player model, player build. Tendencies, I don't know. There might be LeBron's are better. Okay, simple. Animation-wise, Paul George might have the better release. I don't know. Neither release is good. It's whatever you're comfortable with. That's what I'm going to say. Use between these two cards, use whoever you're comfortable with. I definitely think Bron is the better option. Ralph Sampson, what, B tier? I mean, if you look at Ralph Sampson, I mean, for a collector level reward, the card is kind of dog water. I mean, he kind of is dog water. Only a 60 speed. I guess he can shoot the ball decently. I'm going to throw him a B tier, but I do not love Ralph Sampson in my team. Ricky D up next. He's going into S tier right now. I played him in 250 over Kobe Bryant. So if Kobe's S tier, Ricky Davis has to be S tier. I still think Jimmy Butler's the best shooting guard in the game right now, outside of Dr. J. If you have Dr. J, it goes Dr. J, Jimmy, then the 2 Pink Diamonds. Ron Artest is just a slightly worse version. Ron Artest better than Klay Thompson. Ron Artest better than Ray Allen, but he's still on that same tier because I can only put 10 players in S tier, so you got to be kind of selective, and that's where we're at right now. I do really like Ron Artest in my team. Absolutely chicken. Steve Smith up next. I'm throwing him into B tier. If you want to like Steve Smith more than that, do what you got to do. I just don't think the card is great in my team. Anytime there's like a collector level card too, I'm against them, man. I have bias against collector level because collector level is so expensive. It's not easy to do, and so yes, I'm biased against it. Tim Thomas, our last addition into S tier. So how the lineup would look: Penny Hardaway, Kobe Bryant, Tim Thomas, Giannis, Hakeem, and then John Wall, Ricky Davis, LeBron, D12, and Kareem. That's my top 10 right there. So it is what it is. Tim Thomas, probably still the best card in the game as it is. Trae Young, and this is not even me trolling, D tier. And this is not even me trolling about Trae Young. I saw this on Twitter yesterday. I think Unbeatable Jacob tweeted this. Compare this with me. Tell me how one of these cards we got early season 1 and one of these cards we just got. Trae Young is so much worse than Donovan Mitchell. It is sad. It is honestly sad. It is honestly sad. Trae Young literally can't even compete with Donovan Mitchell. Look at, I mean, it's just this. I don't even know what I'm supposed to say here vouching for Trae Young. He's horrible. Y'all better just be lucky I didn't throw him into F tier. He is bad. Will Chamberlain last, but certainly not least. I'm going to throw him into C tier. I just think at this stage with Wilt, I mean, what is the purpose of running him? I just don't see it at this stage. Not very high on him, in my opinion. So this is where we're at. S tier, we got our top 10. Got 9 at A tier, 11 at B tier, 9 at C tier, 5 at D tier, with 2 at F tier. Again, if I've left out any pink diamonds, most of them probably are horrible, but if I left out any of your favorite, I'm sorry. Basically got all of the pink diamond and galaxy opals here on this tier list, though. Drop a like on the video. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. As always, man, I love you guys, and have a blessed day.